So what are some of the tips that you learned sort of from using it over the course of these, I guess, 3 days in total?
Definitely search for multiple attractions at the same time. Again, because we're not sure what it prioritizes, I would say to play it safe when you're searching for multiple attractions, have them at your same mental level of priority, especially like with something like Alien Swirling Saucers. If you know that you want Toy Story Mania, but it's returning in a couple hours, and you just want to ride Alien Swirling Saucers right now, and you can grab a Genie Plus for it right now, then you don't need to use Standby Skipper. Just go into My Disney Experience, book Alien Swirling Saucers, then have Standby Skipper searching for Toy Story Mania and another attraction for you later. But definitely, multiple searches is very good. Another really nice thing is that it'll search for up to 12 people, and it'll search for Genie Plus Lightning Lanes for everyone in your friends list. So this is a little bit of a like a sharing memory maker type situation. So, if you are with a large group, like you could have it searching for Haunted Mansion for 4 people here while searching for Big Thunder for 4 people there. I mean, so you can set up multiple searches at a time and it will do that for you. That's actually pretty useful because again, you have to set it up on Standby Skipper, but you don't have to be like on your My Disney Experience, like refreshing and then checking the time and then like seeing if it stays and all that. Of course, it's only going to get you whatever time it ends up getting you, but you can work off of that and modify off of that. So that's really helpful. I think if you really want to maximize it, you still have to be pretty active. You can think of Standby Skipper as a backup that it's going to book something for you in case you forget to book it, or you forget. Sometimes I go through the line, I tap in to the attraction and I forget to, or I don't want to pick up my phone while I'm waiting in the lightning lane to get my next one. Well, Standby Skipper will do that for you. That's pretty good. But like we talked about already, modify aggressively if you need to maximize your plan and to maximize your time. I really started thinking of Standby Skipper as like an assistant, something that would help me if I forgot, something that would like help remind me or help take care of it in the background for me, but I would still be kind of actively. I think if I was on a trip where I wasn't just testing Standby Skipper and I was like using it, but like for my family, I would still be decently active on My Disney Experience myself, but not as much as if I was just doing everything myself.
Sure. All right. Well, I want to talk about a couple questions that came up as you're describing this that I had. Did you try at any point to see if you could beat it, right? Were you at any point, okay, you set it to look for Slinky Dog Dash at 7 a.m. for the afternoon or whatever. Were you trying to see if you could get something first, or were you just letting the app run and then modifying after?
I was letting the app run to test it. I think we could beat it. We couldn't necessarily beat it when it's the Remy situation. We probably couldn't beat it just because we are not going to pull down and refresh as efficiently as a computer will. And I'm sure they don't search like every single second or something like that. But still, just in terms of like, if you're thinking about realistically, when you're in the parks, you don't want to be staring at your phone the whole time, walking through World Celebration Gardens, which is really nice, Journey of Water, which is really nice. You don't want to be just constantly pulling down and refreshing. So I think in that instance, we probably wouldn't be able to beat Standby Skipper. I do think that we are faster finger at 7 a.m. Like, I don't think it necessarily like searches right at 7 a.m. And, at this point in our Disney careers, Leslie, with the amount of experience we have with time.gov and getting our party set up and clicking immediately, I think like, for example, I probably could have gotten a 9 a.m. Slinky Dog Dash, but in the long run, like 9 a.m., 9:15 a.m., and the difference between, being awake at 7 or not being awake, it adds up in terms of its utility, whether we can beat it or not. It would be more like a pride thing to prove that you could like beat the computer a little bit. Do you want to play a game? But, it's beatable, but not necessarily worth the effort it would take to beat it.
Got it. I mean, in some ways, I think you were looking for it to get that afternoon time for Slinky Dog Dash. It seems like it's able to do that better than a human is because you aren't able to see the return time at 7 a.m. that you're trying to book. So, it's good but I guess if you're trying to get that early morning Slinky, then maybe the human element is the better way to go.